Hey guys, this is Vid and welcome to Hearthstone for free. We're gonna climb the ladder using cheap to basically free decks, using all basics and commons for the most part. This season we're gonna do it slightly different. I'm gonna be doing 5 different deck techs and I'm gonna be climbing the ladder with all 5 of them this season. Due to the fact I can no longer concede down to rank 20 at the beginning of each season because of the ranked floors. My main account's already gotten too high, so I've made this alternative account. And we're going to be playing through the 5 different decks, maybe 3 games at a time. And all these decks are going to be Ungoro themed. All basic cards with 4 or 5 commons, or maybe 1 rare and 2 commons, something along the lines of that. Very affordable, very cheap. Generally under 200 dust, I think. Yeah, you should be able to craft all of these decks, each one of these decks for 200 dust or less. So first off, we're going to start with Ungoro Budget Hunter. I'll run through the cards real quick. So for the commons I've selected from Ungoro, we have Jeweled Macaw. Now this is a really nice 1-drop. It's a beast. It's a 1/1, and it adds a beast to your hand, which is a lot of value. It's similar to drawing a card. It can give you a lot of really good cards that you otherwise couldn't put in your deck. I frequently get Swamp King Dread from this, which is the Hunter Legendary, and it's super fun, super cool, and very effective card. The next set of commons from Ungoro is Crackling Razor Maw. It's a 2-mana 3/2, which is kind of like Acidic Swamp Ooze or Razorfin Raptor, with the extra effect that adapts. And this is actually a really powerful effect. Not only is it just adapting's okay, but the fact that you're adapting something that's already on the board, it's you can play that thing the turn before you play this, and then you're adapting something that's already going to be able to attack. So it's kind of like giving the adapt haste. Making this a very, very cost-efficient minion. And then the last common is a pretty fun one. When I saw this spoiled, I was like, okay, we have to do this in a deck. This is a really cool card. It's so aggressively statted. The fact that it has 2 health means it's going to live a lot of the time. And you have the Dream Sequence where you play Tundra Rhino, which we are going to have in this deck. On turn 5, Tundra Rhino sticks, and then you play this, it's swinging for 10. It's pretty awesome. So let's continue adding with basics now. That's all the commons. Everything else is going to be a basic card. We're going to run 1 Hunter's Mark for dealing with big minions. We're going to run 2 Tracking to kind of filter our deck a little bit, help us get to the cards we really want to be pulling. Timberwolf for the Beast Synergy and just have another 1-drop. 2 Animal Companion, 2 Kill Command, and 2 Houndmaster, just because these are just super efficient hunter cards. Our deck's going to be very aggressive, and I don't think we're going to be putting anything bigger than Mr. Sabretooth. We're going to run Acidic Swamp Ooze because it's an efficient 2-drop with a nice useful effect sometimes. We're going to run Stone Tusk Boar for the Beast Synergy, and because it's just a solid 1-drop. We need more 2-drops, so we're going to run Bloodfin Raptor for the Beast Synergy, and it's also in flavor. He's a dinosaur, and he's pretty decent. Run Bluegill Warrior just for that extra bit of charge damage, and to kind of round out our 2-drop slot. To add on to our 3-drops, we're going to go ahead and add Iron for Grizzly, again for the Beast Synergy, and it's a pretty okay minion overall. It's not too shabby. We got 3 slots left. So to finish it off, we're going to run 1 Nightblade, because Nightblade is pretty cool. I've never really played this card because it's not the best, but it's super cool. I love the effect. It's kind of fits in the hunter theme, and it fits into our deck pretty nicely. And the last thing we're going to be running in the deck is 1 Chillwind Yeti and 1 Wolf Rider. The reason we're not running 2 of either is partially for our mana curve. We really needed another 4-drop just to kind of help fill out our chances of drawing our 4-drop by turn 4 and playing it. Yeah, Chillwind Yeti fits the slot, and then a Wolf Rider just to kind of finish out the deck. It's nice, it's aggressive, you can get in for that last bit of damage. And this is our deck. I'm going to go ahead and play it through a quick game, and then I'm going to get on to the next deck techs. I'm going to release all the other deck techs with 1 sample game before we start the ladder climb. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and play a sample game with the Hunter deck. We will start the laddering process after I release the other videos for the other deck techs, and we'll be climbing up and playing against higher tier decks with this, so you can get a better idea of how it plays. I'm just going to go ahead and play 1 single game right here. in the low ranks just to kind of show off what the deck does and talk a little bit basic strategy. So you have some stuff to kind of go off of until I get to the actual climbing the ladder video, which I will talk more about when I get to that video. So I'm going to go ahead and mulligan all these away. What we're really looking for is our 1 and 2 mana minions. They compose of most of our deck, so our odds of drawing one is pretty good. It's a nice one. Well, since we have nothing else to do, we'll go ahead and do tracking. Generally, you don't want to have tracking early game. If you have it in your opening hand, you should probably throw it away. I'm sad we're throwing this away, but we really need more 2-drops. We can't afford to keep either of these two guys. It's too early in the game. Yeah. And I just feel more comfortable playing this guy on turn 2 and then still having the weapon destruction. That's nice. But it's just going to ensure we have stuff to do every turn. The 5 and 6 mana are just, yeah, we just don't want them right now. I'm sad throwing them away. Yeah, we should be able to do a nice Grizzly into Houndmaster. Now we are a very aggressive set. It is tempting to play this, but I'm going to play for this just to try to get that Houndmaster out. So it's tempting to trade. That might be your initial thought, or maybe not. But since we are a more aggressive deck, it's not quite like a zoo type of deck. We want to actually just rush him down as fast as possible. We are going to basically not trade unless we just have really good trades available to us. So if he played a 4-3, then yeah, I would trade my 3-2 into his 4-3. That's good value. But yeah, I don't want to miss any damage to take any trade that's not like the best possible thing. Here's going to be really good use for our Houndmaster. The main reason we're playing the Grizzly is to go ahead and curve him onto Houndmaster. Now we do have Kill Command, and we could kill that with Kill Command and keep our minions healthy. But that line of play leaves us with a 1-1, a 3-2, and a 3-2. Where this line of play leaves us with a 4-3, a 3-2, and a 5-1. And I think against Paladin that's just going to be better. The other line of play, he could Consecration this turn and kill everything. But now if he does that, we're going to be left with a 4-1. So it plays good around his board clear, and it leaves us with bigger minions to trade with into minions he plays. So we're just in a stronger spot. And we can also use that Kill Command on face, which is where we usually want to be putting it. Aw. That's okay. I'm happy with that, actually. Our poor little bear. Ooh, this is interesting. Very interesting choices. I think I'm going to do an Animal Companion because all 3 options are really good. Getting the 4/4 taunt's nice because he can't get through it to hit my minions. Getting the charge is nice because we can just start whacking away at his face. And getting the one that buffs all my guys' attack is good too. I'm just going to get a lot of face damage in regardless. Okay. I think we're just going to go full on face because we have no really optimal trades. And we'll go ahead and hero power. I keep wanting to play this, but it just hasn't really fit into our mana curve. And because our games generally last so short, we want to really be making use of every single mana crystal if we can. It's unfortunate we haven't been able to play him. Also, we are playing around Consecration a little bit, since a lot of people are in Consecration. We don't want to play too many sub 2 health minions. We might use Kill Command on him this time. Yep, and that's gonna be the game. So I know this wasn't the most competitive game in the world, but hopefully you got a good general idea of how to play the deck. We'll be much more thorough once we start our ladder climb to get up as high as possible with our deck. And I'll go into more detail on that in that video. I'll see you guys next time.